So I'm here at the Growth Hub in Cirencester with one of my great clients, Joe Nagle. The Innovation Beehive are a great organisation who provide incredible services to some incredible brands worldwide. And I've been working with Joe for around 6 months now, just to help him get even better sales results. I'm with my friend Joe Nagle, Innovation Director of the Innovation Beehive, one of the most inspirational and brilliant companies. He's going to blush now, but rightly wrong in terms of what these guys do. And it's been a real pleasure for me to work with Joe over the last 6 months and mock his colleague in terms of helping the Innovation Beehive, who are already really good at what they do. You know, you have got this, these blue chip clients that, you've got, and let's be realistic. You've got the world's biggest brand as a client. It must be, there is a sense of trepidation sometimes when you feel, and I know you talked around how I've encouraged you to feel like you're in the right position with these guys, because you are dealing with big brands that have massive budgets, but they still have massive responsibilities and wants, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, if you're talking about an organisation that's got 40,000 employees, well, they need a big budget to actually do what they're going to achieve. And it's a lot of work to do what they're trying to achieve, actually. So it might look like a big number, but one of the things that I've learned from you is not being afraid of asking for the big numbers, right? Not being afraid of talking, well, it's not just about the big numbers, not being afraid of talking about the money, talking about the investment that people need to make in their organisations in order for those organisations to thrive and for people's energy and potential to be released. It's been amazing. So one of the things that really appealed to me about James when I first met him was that he really kind of understood where I was coming from. Sometimes you meet people and they kind of tell. And when I met James, I just got the impression that he was going to really seek to understand where I was at and what I needed. And he's really done that. Just knowing that he's there for me to call upon if I've got a pitch meeting or I've got to make a phone call and I'm a little unsure. It's just, he's really there to give me that constant support, and it's not just once a month. Like I thought it might be, and that would have been fine because the one day a month is brilliant. We spend a whole day together fine-tuning and honing sales skills, but actually, James is there basically 24/7. Right, so when I started working with James, I actually had to pause slightly. So we agreed we were going to work together, and then I had to take a slight break because my role was a real hybrid role where I was doing a lot of delivery of projects, but at the same time I was delivering, I was supposed to be doing sales and marketing as well. When I did start working with him about a month or two later, I immediately saw a difference. And I saw a difference in myself, so I immediately saw, actually, this is what I want to do, This is where I want to focus my time, and I want to make sure that my business and my business partner and I structure the organisation so that I can focus on sales and focus on marketing and build that pipeline. So when I started working with James, our pipeline had about 13 names in it. Not saying we only had 13 contacts, but I had about 13 leads. James and I did a bit of a review of our pipeline today. Now we've got almost 13 leads that I think I've got a 75% chance of winning. Okay, and that's about 8 months into working with James. And that's just the ones I think we've got a really good chance of winning. That's just the 75% chance ones, right? So I've got 50%, 25%. I've got about 50 or 60 leads in my pipeline now from having worked with James. One of the indicators of success is if you've got a target, like a financial target, you're doing quite well if you've got 3 times that amount in your pipeline. And we did a review today, and I'm really delighted that I've got more than 3 times my target in my pipeline. So.
We've worked together and we've learned a lot from each other as well, and working the same way. I've learned so much about innovation and how organisations need to do more of it. I think the final thing for me, like you said though, is actually about, in business, it's about our duty. And you've just talked about something there which is really important. You have a duty that, because you believe, and rightly so, that these organisations can connect more, they can do more, they can achieve more if they can only release the potential of their people. And I think that's, you know, and my belief is your duty is to engage with as many of these HRDs across the country and tell them that they have that duty. And some will see it, some won't, but our duty as business people is to make sure that we're getting that message across and helping them achieve their goals. And I know that's something you do. So.
Yeah. Right.
Look, Joe, it's been a real privilege for me to work with this guy. He's an, as I say, an absolute legend of a man, and also I say that gently, but he's a great guy. You know, and as someone that's built a huge pipeline of business, we were talking today. I always say one bit of advice I'll give you: have your pipeline literally 2 or 3 times your target number that you want to hit. And we looked at some numbers today, and I'm not going to give the exact numbers, but Joe is nearly 3 times his pipeline on what his target is. So we're going to make those things happen. The world becomes easier, and as we all said along, when you hit your numbers, everything falls into place from there. So look, my name's James White. It's been great to share a bit of a video with you with my friend and colleague Joe Nagle from the Innovation Beehive. And if I can help you and your business get better sales results, I'd love to hear from you and hopefully work for you. I look forward to speaking to you soon. Cool.
Awesome. You're a natural.
Well, I didn't say that, but face for radio.